Big time for educators in our state. An education station exclusive now at 5. Local public school superintendents are raising concerns about the state's proposed budget. They say a new funding formula does not account for inflation, leaving traditional public schools underfunded.
Education station reporter Danielle Wiggins sat down with 4 local school leaders who explain why the burden to fund public schools is continuing to shift to the taxpayer.
Well, I want to thank all 4 of you for being here today.
After getting through introductory thank yous,
We would like to thank Governor DeWine with his initial proposal.
the superintendents of Bedford, Shaker Heights, Richmond Heights, and Warrensville Heights schools made their requests known when it comes to school funding.
We need the funds to continue to sustain the excellent services that we provide for students and families, and that's why we think it's really important that the governor and the legislature account for inflation and fully fund the Fair School formula.
Ohio first implemented the Cup-Patterson Fair School Funding Plan in fiscal year 2022. It's a complex formula that transfers dollars from where students live to where they are educated. The formula considers student enrollment and a district's capacity to raise funds locally through property taxes and voter-approved tax levies. According to state formula projections, only Richmond Heights and Shaker Heights will see a reduction in state funding during the next 2 fiscal years. Richmond Heights loses the first year, then gains the second, with Shaker Heights losing funding both fiscal years.
And I want to be clear, all that will do is shift additional tax burden to the local taxpayers. If we lose state funding, we're going to need to go to the ballot sooner, more frequently, and for more money.
That's because school districts are funded through a combination of state and federal funds, local property taxes, and in some cases, school district income taxes. When federal or state funding decreases, school districts turn to taxpayers to help offset rising costs. But voters are saying no. According to the Ohio School Boards Association, only 51% of Ohio school tax issues passed last November, down from 70% the previous year. In Richmond Heights, voters rejected an income tax and bond issue for the district.
It wasn't that they didn't support the schools, but they could not afford it.
And then if the taxpayer continues to say no, then it's going to continue to hurt the district.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's going to continue to hurt the state. It's not about, it's going to continue to hurt our ability to support the next generation of residents, citizens, leaders, workforce members in the state of Ohio.
So the state argues that even though enrollment has declined 5.5% since 2020, funding for traditional public school districts has increased with a forecasted growth of $1.2 billion from fiscal years 2021 to 2027. And coming up at 6, why these superintendents say Ohio's expanded Ed Choice voucher program, which provides public funds for students to attend non-public schools, continues to hurt public education. It's incredible to get 4, experts in this field who are literally on the front lines trying to get every dollar accounted for and get it, the best value for the students, to sit down together and talk through it. I mean, I imagine there was a lot of, you were like, okay, wait, I have 850 more questions to ask.
You're right, and they gave so really in-depth answers and just really made you think wow, I didn't even know that that's how you all have to deal with a loss of funding or what to do here, or how you encompass dealing with private school education and their roles in the private schools in their areas, and how some of their funding goes to assisting the private schools in their area. It's a lot that they're carrying.
Well, kudos to you for getting them together. It's excellent stuff. And I know that even beyond tonight's report at 6, we're going to be seeing a lot more of what they had to say, because this is a vital issue that impacts so many of our viewers' families. So
yes,
thank you.
We are working on a school funding series that will be coming up soon.
Thank you,
All right.
Danny.
Excited
Great
to see
work.
that.
Thank
Thanks so
you.
much.